Good morning, everybody. Today is April 20th, 2021. If you celebrate today, more power to you. We're going to be taking a look at gold, silver, the S&P 500, and Bitcoin. So let's take a look over at gold. Gold is looking really good. This consolidation 4 candle is trading above the body of this 3. I actually really like this. I think we are prepping for a breakout on gold. I think we are actually getting ready to break out on gold. We have room on the RSI to move to the upside. The daily's on a 4 count and the weekly's on a 4. Your daily and your weekly are both in line for a move to the upside. I do believe that this may have been the bottom. Unfortunately, if you miss this buying opportunity, the next buying opportunity for me will be at the break of this channel. Something like this with a tight stop loss set, so that way we can go into break even positions and make sure this trade doesn't lose us any money. All right, bullish on gold. That's my feel right now. Going over to silver. Silver is consolidating. Silver is actually neutral at the moment. Even though we're above this line, the fact that we've had multiple wicks going to the upside and rejections is telling me there's strong resistance in this area. So particularly probably if gold starts to run, silver will start to run. But if we trade another candle in this area, we're going to reset the count and get a red 1. Now, not the worst thing in the world, but I would prefer to see a 5 breakout followed by a 9 count going all the way to this red line. I think that would be a much better, healthier play instead of being stuck and sandwiched between the 30 or the 7 and the 50 period moving averages. Now we will be crossing over in 1, 2, 3 days on these moving averages, so we will see where we end up. RSI looks good. RSI is neutral to bullish. And I am very, very happy with what's going on with silver. I'm actually really happy with what's going on with the S&P 500. I was getting really, really terrified there. This is good news, yes. Let's correct. Let's get back down to this line right here and then start trending this way. This breakout was beautiful, but was also terrifying. The slope of that angle is way too high. So let's get the S&P 500 back down here, get it back over to the 30 period moving average, and then start riding up from there. That's a nice, I think, 10% correction. No, that's a 4%. That's 4% might not be enough. Honestly, looking at this now, I actually want a correction all the way down to this 200 period moving average on the daily. I want us to fall all the way back down to here. I need a nice 10 to 15% correction to reset this little run and then start going back up. Because that 3% is not enough. That 3% little pullback is not enough. But a 10 to 15% correction in the middle of this bull run is really healthy. I mean, what's the largest correction we've had? 10%. Yeah, there's your 10% pullback right there. Extremely healthy to have those. That was that was the COVID crash. I wouldn't put too much stock in that. I don't think we're in for another one of these yet. Yeah, that's a 35%. So honestly, a pullback to here, or even to just the top of this channel, and just keep going that way, and use the top of the channel as a long-term support. I think we're in a good position on the RSI. The RSI is pulling back as well. You're definitely breaking down, but that's just because of today's candle. Today's candle is not looking great, but we're not really. Nothing bad, in my opinion, to pull back to at least here. I would prefer a pullback all the way to this 200 period moving average around 36.45. And the pullback minimum at 40.35, I guess, would be less than ideal, but beggars can't be choosers. The market does what the market does. Going over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin. These. All right, here's how the candle structure is going to play out. That's a 14% drop, 14.5, 15, so let's just go 7.5 as the difference. That too is a bullish candle. This is a bullish candle. Now let's go and take a look over at the 3. That's 5.88, so 2.9. Yep, this is a bearish candle. And right now we have a bullish candle. This candle, to me, I am not liking the fact that we have a wick up here. We need to just have, we need to close above, back in this triangle. We need to get back into this triangle and close into there. Now it's time to start moving these lines. So that's my oh crap line. The bare minimum I need is right there. And then it's the break of not the wick of the 3, but this 30 period moving average. This 30 period moving average, the break to the upside of that is going to tell me that we are still running up. Now, if you take your 1 count from here, because this is a reversal, let's just say this is trend reversal and sets you up to the upside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This 9 is the sell-off 9. Now you're at a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. This is a 1 to 4 candle correction still, in my opinion, because this should be treated as a 9. So this candle right here, that one should be a 9, in my opinion. If you're not playing by the exact rules of the DeMark system, this one has the feel, the vibe of a 9. This has the vibe of a 9, and this has the vibe of a 1 to 4 candle correction. Now, the correction just happened to take place when there was, actual fundamental damage to the hash rate, because that scare is real. So I believe that as long as we reverse on this candle, and this is a reversal candle currently, and we trade the following candle above this yellow line, we are, I believe Bitcoin is done correcting, and we have the opportunity to go back and challenge $65,000. And that is going to be our signal to go back to break into the 70s. I believe this is the pullback that was necessary, probably from this. This move back is large enough. If you take it all the way, it's a 20% pullback, which is a healthy correction in a market. The last time we had a 20% pullback, I believe this one was a little bit over 20. If you go by the bodies, wick to wick, it was 25. So yeah, this is a 25% pullback and took the price from 43 to 61. So this 15% pullback, you're getting a smaller pullback, but I think that that's fine. I think that's going to set us up for a move to the upside. Where I get concerned is if we start closing anything below here at 54. If we close anything below 54, I'm out of the market. I will be out of the market very, very rapidly. And that's because this is my line in the sand for a body close. If we close anything underneath there, I am out of the market, and I'll be waiting for 44, 45,000 to try and pick up more at this 128 period moving average. I don't expect us to go down all the way to the 200 period moving average on the daily chart. I think that's a little too low, and that would break structure. Going over to the 4 hour. Now the 4 hour, same thing. These lines do need to be moved. And the 4 hour for me is anywhere the break of the bodies of here. The yellow line is actually, I get much more comfortable right here. That we're doing okay. And then the only thing I need is a break of the angle on the slope right here. I need a break above this line. Now, we had a similar scenario with, I believe it was the S&P 500 when it was stuck in a channel. And I explained this in an older video that because the way the price is looking isn't great, and because we are definitely forming something along the lines of a symmetric triangle, right like that, you know, there's your little symmetric triangle. So we have a little tiny symmetric triangle right there. What I'm seeing is a situation where price isn't so much more important. Price isn't the most important factor at the moment. Inside of this range, it's time. And so the longer the amount of time we spend inside of this range, the more likely I become that we're going to break down. So if we spend 2 more days here, or even honestly, if we spend 2 more days here, yeah, 2 more days is the maximum allotted amount of time that I think we can spend in this area. If we spend any more than 2 days here, I think the likelihood of us breaking down is roughly in the 85 to 90% range. And that breakdown is from 58 to 51, so that's a $7,000 move to the downside. So, you know, 7 G's. This is a 10% move to the downside. So a 10% break to the downside would put you somewhere under 50. That's my concern. A 10% move to the upside will pump us back into all-time highs. So we'll keep that in mind. A 10% move to the upside will knock this high out. The minute you knock this high out, that's the end of the game, right here. The minute this purple line, and it's going to be purple, gets broken to the upside, and it has to happen on this move, because the purple line changes. So if we break down instead, the purple line becomes where this red line's at. This purple line, however, if we break above $62,527, that is the motion or the moment that tells me that the market has corrected. This was a scare tactic to shake people's hands, shake out the weak hands in the market, and now we're flying. And to pull up one more chart for you guys real quick, I'm going to pull up, because I think I saw it earlier today. And it is, and I usually keep the altcoin stuff for Saturday, but this one's important in my opinion. We need the daily. It's right here. This candle right here, to me, is the most significant. And truth be told, I think this is the reversal candle that was necessary, that I was hoping we were going to get on this one. We didn't get it. But I believe that this one candle reversal right here will be sending this back up into the stratosphere. We have 6 hours left, so as long as we can close this with a green body and not too big of a shadow on top, I am very, very positive that Litecoin is indicating where Bitcoin will go. So I believe that right now, Litecoin is not trailing, but leading. Litecoin is leading Bitcoin. Can't believe I almost lost that word. But, you know, we had our 9. Beautiful reversal 9. So the strategies for taking profit on nines for me is we're going to go to the 4 hour. And what I look for is a 9 within a 9. And if I can't find it on the 4 hour, maybe I can find it on the 1 hour. Was there a 9 leading a 9? No. So now that there's no 9s across the board, what's my next play? My next play is to look at the RSI and look for divergence. That's the next play that I look for. And I go from the lowest time frame to the highest. And so when I see this, I notice that the divergence isn't showing up, but my stop loss gets super tight. So this 8, I mean, honestly, my stop loss would probably be probably at the wick of the 7, and then the minute the 8 started trading, it goes in the middle of the 7. So I would have been stopped out on this trade if I was exiting my position here. Now, looking at the 4 hour on this chart, you can definitely see that we are having a reversal here. And I think that we are looking really strong. Very strong. That's the break of the downtrend right there on this candle. As long as it closes above here, we're good. We've got 2 hours left, so let's see if this candle will close. This chart will probably not make a lot of sense to people. This is a overlay chart of a Bitcoin Litecoin cash price with a multiplier of 1,000, because this is for a ratio that I like to look at. But this chart is very significant to me. I've been saying since right here that I believe that Litecoin is in the initial stages of its super cycle, which is this move. This move to the upside, which is about a 9-week run where it's usually a 4 or 5x in price relative to Bitcoin. So this is the point where I get a little bit concerned that the altcoins are bubble topping when this starts to occur. And we've had some bubbles pop and run up again and again and again throughout the rest of the crypto market. Dogecoin is the newest bubble top, and that'll probably become, that'll come crashing down probably soon. But I do believe that we are in a position right now with this run up where Bitcoin is going to get outcompeted by Litecoin. And I mean drastically outcompeted. But that's because Bitcoin has been basically depressing, or the Bitcoin Litecoin ratio has been depressed into a very, very negative stance. And so now I'm expecting a huge move to the upside. All right, everybody, that's all I got for today. I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and bye for now.